Hi, my name is Nicholas. I am a business administration student at Unifei, and in this Pecha I will show you the main differences between a friendly takeover and a hostile takeover with a real case and examples. But what is a takeover? A takeover is an acquisition of a company by another company. A takeover, in other words, happens when one company tries to gain control of another by buying its shares. Now that you know what a takeover is, let me show you that exist two different types of takeovers: friendly takeover and hostile takeover. They are very different in processes and in impacts, and I will explain it better now. In a friendly takeover, the target company's management and shareholders agree to the deal. So, in this situation, we don't have conflicts in the process of acquisition of the company. It's a cooperation between both parts in the negotiation. In the process of a friendly takeover, first of all, the acquiring company makes a takeover bid. Then the shareholders vote to accept or not the bid. In a positive scenario, shareholders accepting the bid, the negotiation goes on. In a negative scenario, it ends. A real example of a friendly takeover happened in 2006 when Disney bought Pixar. Both management teams worked together. This acquisition was widely seen as one of the smartest and most successful media mergers ever. As you can see, this type of negotiation can be very positive, and there are a lot of benefits related to friendly takeovers like less resistance, better synergy, and easier integration. We can say that a friendly takeover is similar to a win-win relationship, and that's why things are easier. And what about a hostile takeover? In this type of takeover, the target company does not want to be acquired. It's the main difference comparing to a friendly one. And that's why the negotiation is much more difficult and conflictual. Let me show you more. A hostile takeover starts with the acquiring company buying shares in the stock market without management approval. But the target's board of directors refuses the offer, often because they believe the offer undervalues the company, it threatens leadership control, or it doesn't align with the company's strategy. There are some common strategies used in a hostile takeover, like the tender offer. The acquiring company bypasses the board and makes a public offer directly to the shareholders, usually offering to buy their shares at a higher price than the current market value to encourage them to sell. On the other hand, a proxy fight involves the acquiring company trying to gain control by persuading the target company's shareholders to vote for the new board members who will support the takeover. Both strategies are ways for the acquiring company to gain control of the target company, even when its management resists the acquisition. A real example of a hostile takeover happened in 1999, with Vodafone taking over management. It's one of the biggest hostile takeovers in history. The scale, complexity, and international tensions surrounding the deal turned it into a landmark case in corporate takeover history. There are some defenses against hostile takeovers, like the poison pill that makes the company less attractive and more expensive, making takeover harder, and the white knight, where the target company looks for another more acceptable to acquire them instead of the hostile bidder. Talking about shareholders, in both cases they usually get a higher share price, but the risks vary due to differences in how the process is handled and how both companies react. So it's very important to be aware of the market movements of the companies and your investor profile. The role of investment banks in takeovers is crucial in both friendly and hostile situations. They act as financial advisors, helping companies evaluate offers, determine the fair value of the target company, and structure the deal. They help companies during mergers and takeovers, charging services fees. Both friendly and hostile takeovers affect a company's market capitalization. Usually, the target company's stock prices increases, but the acquiring company's market capitalization can either increase or decrease. It may decrease if investors believe the company is overpaying or taking on too much debt, leading to a drop on its share price. There are some risks of hostile takeovers. Asset stripping, selling off valuable parts of the target company for a quick profit. Job cuts, reducing staff to lower costs after the takeover, and cultural clashes, conflicts between different company cultures. Now, talking about the future, in general, friendly takeovers lead to better integration and synergy, while hostile takeovers may bring short-term gains in the early days, but long-term instability. It's not a rule, but everything in good environment tends to run better. Pension funds and large shareholders play a key role in takeovers because they often own significant portions of the target company's shares. Their support or opposition can influence the outcome of the deal. In both friendly and hostile takeovers, acquiring companies may target these investors to gain approval. So, to conclude, friendly takeover is related to cooperation agreement, while hostile is related to conflict and disagreement. Both aim to control, but the process and impact are very different between them. Thanks for watching.